There you are. I left the harbor of Mindelo, and the neighbors were helping me with all the extensions on my lines. So that worked well. Then I hoisted the sails in the harbor. I have a third reef in the main and the small jib on, because within the islands there are a lot of katabatic winds coming out of the mountains, but also between the islands it's going to make the wind faster. I did a couple of things wrong. I prepared the mainsail with an extra leash, but I put it on the main sheet, so I needed to get the main sheet out again, like here, there. So that was not a big issue. Very happy to be sailing again. I'm a little bit anxious because of the winds in between the islands, and also because I don't know, of course, 22 days sailing ahead, but predictions are okay. I'm sailing safely, putting on third reef and just a small genoa on. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I also put extra sheets on the genoa so that I can like use them on the outer sheets. Now the wind is picking up as prepared, so let's go sailing. I just left and I'm in between the islands of São Vicente and São Antão, Cape Verde, and I'm cruising between 5 and 8 knots at the moment. So sometimes the wind, sometimes the waves are pushing from behind, and that gives an extra push to the boat. 6 to 8 knots is really wonderful. Yeah, good start. The last couple of days I've been working on my provisioning, so having enough pears and apples and fruit. So I went to the market and I bought all kinds of stuff and put it in the boat in boxes covered with towels, so they should be fine. After that I put some time in preparing my way to Trinidad, because there's some paperwork I need to do. And I got a lot of help from Peak Yacht Services to help me with the clearing process. And the last thing I did was talking to Eric, the agent in Panama, to find out a good spot to go through the locks. And that's not easy, because there is not enough water in Panama because of not enough rainfall. and that means that the locks won't open as much as they used to. Furthermore, I pay 1,000 euros more than the people paid last year. So it's 3,720 euros, no, dollars probably. So that's a lot of money. And because the Ark and the Oyster Rally are also there in February, it's necessary to book my place in advance. And yeah, then still things can happen because delays for other kinds of reasons. But so far I updated my planning. I'm looking at the end of Sao Antao right now. So if I go south of the island, there will be less wind for a moment. So I'm going to the south of Antao right now. And under the island there is not a lot of wind, which is fine. And after that I can continue my trip. And yeah, so far I love it. Past the island of Sao Antao, and now I have 14 knots of wind, sometimes 20 with gusts of 25, and the Genoa 3 and the mainsail with 3 reefs in it are exactly what I need at the moment. The waves are coming from the side, from starboard, and they roll either under me to port or push me. Yes, there is a lot of, I want to say pressure, but force is the thing I want to say. I think there's a lot of force from wind and waves. Yes. Good morning! I had a good night's sleep. That is to say, I went to bed at 7:15 because the sun went under and it was dark, and the first day is a bit tiring because of leaving the harbor, hoisting the sails, setting everything up so it works, and getting adjusted to the movement of the boat. So I put up the mainsail with 3 reefs. And also the Genoa 3, and that seems to be a good choice because there was a lot of wind yesterday and a lot of waves too, which pushed the boat aside. Yeah, last night I did my turns, let's say 30 minutes, and then the alarm clock went off for another 30 minutes, and finally I was able to rest for an hour, and when it became morning also an hour and a half. So pretty good. The waves are much less than yesterday because the waves put the boat aside a lot, but also from the back, and well, the waves are still quite there, but easier for everybody, me and wind vane. Well, good morning. After a couple of days with rolling waves, I feel better. And so does the boat, because after the rolling waves we came into a little bit of a calm. So I changed the head sails. I have now the Genoa 1 on, and we are now going 5.5 knots, and sometimes even more when we get the push from the waves. Yeah, I'm curious how the GoPro is working, because I put it in a bowl of rice because the backside of the GoPro has green stripes all over it, but it acts strange. So let's see how it works. A new one is on its way to Trinidad, hopefully. Yes, I am not yet in the middle of the planned route, so I cannot open my present. I have one special present for halfway. But yeah, I'm feeling fine, doing okay. And I will show you what I'm looking at in terms of sunsets and waves and wind. So there is no green screen anymore, there was a black screen, so I cannot see what I'm videoing. That's why I'm looking at myself just to check out. This is the noise preventer. So it was quite a hassle last night to get the wind vane steering right again, because you know, it's night, you need to jibe, and then the bottom part of the rudder needs to stay in the water instead of going like this. It should go like that. And I've been working on it for an hour, I think, and finally I put the tiller pilot on, and then within 3 minutes it was fixed, so I was happy with that. Hi, I'm in the boat. I did some Vipassana meditation, I read a Zen book, and it's quite hot in here, so it's like 31 degrees. I've put the windows open, but still it's warm inside. I don't have a lot of energy, so I do much lying down. I did today the crates of the vegetables. Because there were some issues with rotten fruit, which you don't want, of course. Therefore I put new towels in it. I just wrote my daily updates for Predict Wind, for my followers who like to see how I'm doing. I was outside for a while, sitting outside for a while, sitting, watching the waves. But it's less wavy and windy than yesterday, but still the movements are rolly. And outside on the hard bench it's not so comfortable with my head until the spray hood framework. So that's why I'm here reading, doing my stuff, and I thought I'd give you a brief update. I put some extra jerry cans in here. I bought 3 extra, but it's not so comfortable because I cannot really walk through this is normally the path I walk to go to the toilet. But anyways, they're stable here, and it's the best place to have the weight near the mast. Inside the boat I check my Ray remote to check what the course and the boat are doing. So far Tim has made a really wonderful trip, because this is the course line and the wind vane is following the course line.
So I'm curious what happens here. So either there's a wind change or I need to go downwind. Let's see how that will work out. But so far, Tim and the wind vane are doing a great job and I have not so much to do. We're going like 4.3 knots at the moment, which is not very fast. But the wind is only 10 at the moment. Should be like 15 with gusts of 18 or 20. So I don't have the energy to change sails yet. So I leave this for a moment. But of course it makes a whole lot of difference making 4.2, 4.6 or 5 knots on an average. Let's see.
I don't know if this makes sense, but a little bit. I'm reading a book and I do this. And if I don't read a book, I do a meditation. And if I don't meditate, I sleep. Very peaceful and quiet in here.
Hey, good morning. I think this is the 6th day, because I'm losing track of time, obviously. I had a very good night. Like 2 hours, 3 hours sleep at a time. The boat was steering on the wind vane very well. I just altered that to the tiller pilots because of some wind changes, and I need to take some time to adjust the wind vane again. But I want to show you the sunrise, clouds, the waves, because I'm enjoying it very, very much. So, hi. I'm enjoying the sun, reading a book, and also the waves. They are amazingly nice. I was just talking to the skipper of Makalipi. He is sailing just in front of me. They left Mindelo at the same day as I did, 9th of November. I left at 10 o'clock and they left 5 hours later. So now he's crossing me in front, and he was not actually aware that we were so close. He was like, yeah, in an hour or so. And I was like, no, 25 minutes. And well, 10 minutes later, after doing the dishes, he just came by just in front of me. I can see him still. It's hard to get it on the camera because it is of course a big distance. But as you hear the sound of the AES beeping, it says it's still close. They go to Martinique Le Marin and I'm going to Trinidad. And it's always nice to talk to somebody in the middle of the ocean after 7 days of sailing. So yeah, a little emotional about that. But so far so good. I'm talking with Tim about the next couple of days. Like in 5 days there is an option for squalls. So I'm preparing everything to be ready for a squall. And that is looking at the sky, seeing the dark clouds. And if the dark clouds like become bigger and at night the air cools off, they go into the air and then the squall forms, and then at night they can burst out like with lots of wind coming from different directions, and also with and that means that I have to prepare the boat with less sail and heave to if the squall is getting over the boat. So it's a kind of nerve-wracking thing because I've never encountered a squall before. So as Tim says, you'll get used to it, and then it's just another thing that's happening on the boat. So I'm very curious how I will feel about that. So far we're going great. I have like now an average speed of 5 instead of 4.2, meaning at night or in 24 hours I do 130 miles instead of 100, which is of course wonderful. So let's see if we can keep up the speed. The wind is a little bit less. I just had lunch. I did the dishes with salt water. To be continued. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm looking forward to all your lovely comments. Also thanks to my patrons. If you want to become a patron, it's patreon.com/Loveworkx, or for one-time or monthly donations through PayPal, it's paypal.me/Loveworkx. See you soon!